Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Raquel Kadash. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to y'all brothers out there on the highways and byways that's noise in this world abroad around the world. And I just want to get into this topic real quick because, what I'm seeing is that, we got these bootleg, Israelites out here that's teaching that, that the northern tribes are not Israelites, which the northern tribes consist of, you Hispanic tribes and Native and Seminole Indians, you Puerto Ricans, you Dominicans, Panamanians, Colombians, Brazilians, you tribes in Honduras, in Guatemala, just you Hispanics, you Mexicans, you Hispanic tribes, from the islands down to Central America, primarily you. But at the end of the day, these so-called bootleg Israelites don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because if you look into the book of and I'm gonna get, I got this right here on deck, you go into the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 33, and it says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go." So it says the children of Israel. Who are the children of Israel? Who are the children of Israel consist of? You so-called Hispanics, you Hispanics, and you so-called Native and Seminole Indians, That's the children of Judah, and that's the children of Salak. That's the children of Israel, and the children of Judah, which consists of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which are the so-called Negroes, West Indians and Haitians. You know what I mean? That's the children of Judah, because during the time after the death of King Solomon, the kingdom had split. So you had the northern kingdom, which consists of you so-called Hispanics, you Native and Seminole Indians. Y'all were known as the northern kingdom. And the southern kingdom was known as Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, After the death of King Solomon, you had Rehoboam and Jeroboam, you know what I mean? That's what caused the split of the whole nation of Israel, which split into two, kingdoms. Which you had the northern kingdom, which consists of, once again, you Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians. Then you had the southern kingdom, which consists of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, So at the end of the day, we're oppressed together, right here right here in America, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're getting shot down, we're the last hired, first fired, we make up the majority of the prison population, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native, and Seminole Indians. We make up the majority of the prison population, and we're the least people that get justice in this country. You know what I mean? A cop could shoot us down and get off scot-free. At the end of the day. And for you bootleg ass Israelites that are saying that, where are the seats, of the so-called Hispanics in the UN, They don't hold a seat in the UN, Neither does the so-called Negro and the Haitian man and the West Indian man, you know what I mean? We don't hold a seat in the UN, We're considered we're at the bottom of the totem pole, Look at the tribe of Gad, which is the so-called Native Americans, you know what I mean? They're on reservations, They're Their unemployment is skyrocketing, and the life expectancy in for a Gadite, you know what I mean, is 40. It's like 46 years old. You know, they're constantly drinking alcohol. You know, they're alcoholics. You know, but yet you will have people that will say, "Oh yeah, they got the casinos and everything. They own the casinos." But at the end of the day, Esau still controls that. You know. They're just the front man that runs it, you know what I mean? But behind the scenes, Esau's controlling it. And besides, all that gambling and all that bullshit is just putting them down even more, you know? So don't get that shit twisted about, oh yeah, they got the casinos and they're doing good. Well, they're still on reservations. This was their land, you know? And the so-called white man came over here. He knew that the people were Israelites, because why would he have Hebrew interpreters? And they got artifacts, you know, about, you know, the native Seminole Indians being Israelites, you know? They got the artifacts. They know, you know? But yet, you know, you got these bootleg Israelites that want to talk shit, but they don't have any proof. They're not bringing out any artifacts or any logical evidence proving that these people are not Israelites, you know what I mean? But yet, you know, you had Christopher Columbus, you know, which, first of all, he didn't step foot on this land, you know. He had Hebrew interpreters. Why would he bring Hebrew interpreters to a land, you know, that he knew that wasn't Israelites, you know, that were Israelites, you know? So it doesn't make any sense to say that, you know, that the tribe of Gad, you know, the native and Seminole Indians, you know, or the northern tribe, which consists of the Hispanics, are not Israelites. You know what I mean? Because you got artifacts. There's artifacts proving that, you know, they were speaking Hebrew. You know, before the Hispanics, you know, the Taino Indians, you know, before they started speaking that Spanish, you know, they were taken over, and they were conquered by the conquistadors, you know, which are so-called white Spanish-speaking Edomites, you know what I mean? And they raped and robbed and murdered them, you know, by the millions, by the billions, you know. Then they had to try, especially down there in Puerto Rico, you know. They killed so many of the Taino Indians over there that they had to bring Judah, you know, they had to bring Judah over there, you know what I'm saying, to work those fields, to work those lands, you know. And before they were speaking Spanish, they were speaking Hebrew, you know, because they knew that the people over here, they knew because they read the book of 2nd Ezra, you know, the 9th chapter, after the Assyrian captivity, when they took counsel among themselves, you know, that's when they set foot and they sailed to a land that never mankind dwelt, you know, which was over here in the Americas, you know, because they already knew about the land going back to King Solomon when he had the navy of ships, you know, when they sailed over here to bring all types of vegetations and animals, exotic animals, back over to the east, you know. So they already knew about the land over here, you know. That's why they were over here. That's why they were over there, because they already knew about that land. Because the scripture says where never mankind dwelt, you know. And roughly it took them 1.5 years to get there, you know. So come on now. So you so-called bootleg Israelites, you know, the Most High ain't dealing with you, and you have no business even teaching, you know, saying that the northern tribes are not Israelites, you know. Just look at the way they dress, you know. Look at their swag, you know. How can you not say that we're not Israelites, you know? Because the prophecy also warned about Ephraim. Ephraim is a cake not turned, you know. When you baking a pancake, you know what I mean, and you don't turn that cake over, you get a lighter color, you know. But they want to say that even though you're gonna have tares amongst, all the tribes, you know what I mean? Not just the Hispanics or the not just the northern tribes, but also among the southern tribes, which consist of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. You have tares among them, you know. So there's tares amongst all the tribes, you know, not just the northern tribe, you know. Just because they may look a lighter skin, that doesn't mean that they're Israelite, that they're not an Israelite. You know what I mean? Because you have tares amongst all the tribes, you know. Like, for example, Laura London, you know, she may look like a so-called black woman, you know. But at the end of the day, she's an Edomite, you know. Because our father is a so-called Jew. But our mother's black, you know. But yet you're a pastor as a so-called but yet you'll have these niggas that's teaching that, you know, the northern tribes aren't Israelites, but they'll pass this woman for being an Israelite just by looking at her, you know what I mean? So it's just evident that the Lord is not dealing with these Israelites that's teaching that and has, you know, and the spirit of the Lord is not in them, and they have no business even teaching, you know. That's why we say that GMS got the men of the elders and apostles of GMS on down, you know, have the truth, you know, have the 100% truth, because we're the only group out there, we're the only Israelite group that's kicking the 100% truth, you know, the whole truth, you know. We're the only group out here that's teaching it. All these other bootleg Israelites, you know, they ain't got the truth, you know, and the Most High ain't dealing with them, you know. But yeah, I just want to make this quick video, you know, real quick, you know, explaining that, you know, because it's evident, you know, it's right before our eyes. It's evident that we're the Israelites, you know, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native, and Seminole Indians, you know, the chart that you see out there, you know, primarily the GMS camp that's teaching, you know, that those 12 tribes that consist of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native, and Seminole Indians are the Israelites, you know, it's evident. You know, look at the conditions that we're in, you know. Look at how we act, you know. Look at the spirit that we have on us, you know. Everybody wants to be like us, you know. So, with that, you know, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Raquah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to your brothers out there in the highways and byways that's noise in this road abroad. And with that, I want to say shalom.